nice lap to the top of the board, a 19.849 for Carlson.
Next out, the number 50, Climate Services Air Solutions, Jenna Marie Photos. Late model out of Farmington, Minnesota, the 2021 Ford of Steve Anderson Jr. Steve Anderson Jr. coming from the Elko Speedway, the 2020 Minnesota NASCAR Rookie of the Year. Steve Anderson out of Farmington, Minnesota. Steve Anderson Jr., that is.
Junior. I think I've seen his dad race. $28.98 first time around for Anderson in that beautiful looking blue vehicle.
35 years old, second year of racing. Got started just a little bit late in life, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Big pickup for Anderson. Shoots him into fourth at a 21.45, a 21.45.
Welcome, everybody, to our live Facebook look-in on the 52nd annual Oktoberfest race weekend. We're going to be here all weekend long with you. You will not miss a single bit of the action. We're live on Facebook right now, and tonight, this evening, we've got some great races for you. The Trickle 99 features the super late models that are racing on Sunday in the Oktoberfest 200, the finale for the ARCA Midwest Tour, but also there are some super late cars that are just entered for tonight's Trickle 99. It's a 3-race, 33-lap race feature. So there's 3 30-lap segments. So if you get the idea, we have segment 1, 33 laps. Segment 2, they line up based upon how they finish in segment 1. Segment 2 starts. Segment 3 starts. Man, it's going to be all a lot of fun. And there's a lot of racing in between. We had weather yesterday and weather affecting what's going on today here at Lacrosse Fairground Speedway in Wisconsin. Right now, we're qualifying the Lacrosse NASCAR Weekly Late Models. They were to run last night to determine their season championship, but ultimately that got washed away. So here tonight, they're going to run twin 20-lap features you'll also see here on MidwestTour.tv, and they'll determine their championship. Drivers from Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin racing here weekly at this NASCAR-sanctioned track. So that's going to happen now. We're qualifying currently for the NASCAR Weekly Late Models that are racing for a championship tonight in twin 20-lap features. We also have the Trickle 99, and area sportsmen are also on the card. So we're looking for a great night of activity. Again, we've got some spotty showers throughout the afternoon. It's clearing up now. It's still pretty about 70, 75 degrees. Weather's holding here in Wisconsin. Fans are pouring in. The campgrounds are packed. Thanks for tuning in with us. We're going to turn things back over to Dan Dyker and the PA crew here at Lacrosse Fairground Speedway. But more importantly, I want you to stick around because at some point, we're going to line them up for the Dick Trickle 99. We're going to qualify the super lates to determine the starting field for the Dick Trickle 99. Not every car is going to make it. And not every one of these cars racing tonight is going to race on Sunday. So we got some enticing things to share with you throughout the evening here. We got a live look in now on the track feed. We're also going to come back to you a couple times. And at some point tonight, you're going to have to buy the subscription for the MidwestTour.tv coverage for tonight's action, which gets you the entire weekend. Stick around.
As we introduce to you the number 58 Chosen Valley Farm 2019 Chevy SS from Holman. This is Joseph Schulze. Joseph Schulze came out of retirement to race lacrosse a full season this year. What did he tell you, Bill? He was out for 12 years?
It was more like about 17. He raced before you popped up here. So it's been a long time for Joe. Joe did a really good job of himself, 21.902. 21.902. Joe took about 17 years off and went and did some farming and got himself a new job, and now he's got time to go racing again.
He even changed paint jobs halfway through the season. Used to be red and black, and he said he liked the orange a little bit better.
21.266, 21.266. He'll be looking for more speed out of that bad boy later.
Next driver is a former Lacrosse Speedway full-time late model driver. Spent the past couple of years with the traveling CWRA series. The number 64 Fluoride Pipe and Sewer Service 2021 Toyota Camry. Out of Holman, Wisconsin, this is Racing Rob Christian. Sponsored by DJ Grizz, Jano Collectibles, and Don's Auto and Truck Center. Down at Dells Raceway Park, his last race, he crashed in qualifying, and boy, that crushed his spirit a little bit.
Yeah, Rob just seems to have the worst luck at the worst time. Pretty good time for him there at 21.705. Remember last year he didn't even get to the green flag at the beginning of the B main. So he's definitely looking to have a better Oktoberfest this year.
Shout out from North Pole, Alaska. Timothy Carlson's listening to us. Says hi, Dan and Doc. They got like 12 inches of snow a couple of days ago.
Yeah, build a snowman, TC. Send us a picture. Uh-oh, and Rob slows her down. Rob slows her down. Something wrong with that 64 vehicle.
A man that knows all about Oktoberfest race weekend. It's the number 66 Wilson Oil Company 2019 Chevy out of West Salem. It's the king of the short track, Steve Carlson. Gordon Epping, CPA, Graph Electric, Butch's Slot Car Bodies, and Johnny's Hobbies on the former national and multi-state champion.
Don't think that's his time. There we go, a 28.51. He had a little issue coming off of turn 2 with that 64 car in the way. Definitely looking to pick that up. A couple of feature wins for Carlson on the season.
Steve Carlson currently 5th in points at the Lacrosse Speedway.
26.64 for Carlson, way off a normal pace for that 66 machine.
94.948 mile per hour for Steve Carlson. Down below, former sportsman driver, now NASCAR Rookie of the Year here at the Lacrosse Speedway. The number 68 Matco Tools Ryan Fink 2021 Toyota Camry. Out of Lacrosse, this is the Great Green Mellow Machine of Mandy Eckelberg. Got married this year, so now it's Mandy McKinney. Pabst Brewing, Festival Foods, Moxie's Restaurant, Z93, KQ98, Napa of West Salem.
25.058, definitely off her pace, too. Looks like there's some issues with that 68 car. She only turns at 24.126. They'll take that back to the pits and work on it.
Next out, former national champions, 8-time Elko Speedway and Minnesota state champion, loves Lacrosse Speedway. Oh, here we go! Jacob Gady into the turn 1 wall on qualifying. Out of Carver, Minnesota, he just put the Northern Racing Products 2017 Chevy bouncing off the turn 1 wall under the Ultra scoring tower. And that is not the way Gady wanted to start Oktoberfest race weekend by any means.
Something broke on that vehicle and shot him up on top of that wall. Amazing for him to drive back to the pits after that. So we'll get the track checked out here.
Well, he hit it on the right side, right under the Oktoberfest signage in turn 1. You can see the big scrape going up the wall. And as he turned back down the back straightaway, we couldn't see the damage, but hopefully it is a small fix and some cosmetic damage for Carver, Minnesota's Jacob Gady. So at this time, if you need to cross, folks, you can do so. Pastor Burrow, run. He's going to go down and help the Burrow Racing family in their late model this weekend. If you need to cross, folks, you can do so on the front straightaway or the gate located up in turn 4. Again, here's how it looks so far. It's Mike Carlson currently with quick time. Michael Beamish currently sitting second. 43 of William Sawalik is sitting third. Steve Anderson Jr. sitting fourth. Justin Mulliken rounding out the top 5. We have 44 NASCAR late models running 220 lappers tonight. We have so much going on here this weekend, I don't even know where to start. First off, concession stands. Are they open, Paul? All right, Penguin says concession stands are wide open, so get on down there. A lot of food going on down at the playground, fairground area. We're going to talk about all those. A lot of things coming up with DJ's Speed Stop and a whole lot more throughout tonight's program. So Mike Gillard taking a courtesy round across the Lacrosse Speedway's 5/8 mile. Again, concession stands open down below. Your dinner plans are right here this weekend. If you're going to head down to the fairgrounds area, Mama Lisa's Pizza is back. Our Euro friend is back. The mini donut guy is back.
One of our favorites.
And how about Pit Stop Barbecue?
Oh.
This is, I got to get this picture up here. This is a new guy out of Durant, Iowa that's up for this weekend.
He's really close to my camper, too. We can smell that
I'm
stuff.
right behind it. And luckily he hasn't turned the chimney facing my camper yet, or we're going to have problems. Here is some of the barbecue sauce he has. Hoosier Tire, Pineapple Express, my favorite, which I'm going to be trying here. Hopefully he brings some of this up. Raisin Bacon, our sweet take on sweet maple bacon flavored barbecue sauce.
Say that again.
Raisin Bacon. Party in the Pits. It's a peach whiskey barbecue sauce. 604 crate, their regular barbecue sauce. Smokey the Bandit, their take on sweet and smoky barbecue. And adding the cushion, that's got a little habanero. That's called getting a kick. And then Yellow Flag, the famous Carolina mustard-based barbecue sauce. Look at all those nummy sauces.
And my mouth is watering looking at this picture. Too bad you guys can't see this, just visualize it.
Well, I know Marcus is down there listening to us, and if he's got nothing to do, he can bring up some pulled pork and bring on that bacon sauce. Oh, my goodness. Again, he's out of Durant, Iowa, so we want to congratulate him and welcome him in. We had our world-famous pet parade that took place this afternoon. Going to get you the some of the winners on here. Winning our pet parade from Merrill, Wisconsin, Wyckoff Racing. Oh, Wendy did a nice job, too. And she was wearing Jason's racing outfit. And he said, you need to get done because I need to put this racing suit on.
Yeah, I got to go play, honey. Hurry up.
Kelsey Rogers from Deerfield with their animals Reba and Gracie took second place. And Reba and Gracie, I think those were the cats. That's Brickner Racing. Third place was Sandra from Aurora, Minnesota with Missy, Maddie, and Cruz. The most well-behaved, this was a cool one. It was an automated scarecrow with a dog inside, driven by Racing Jason Bolster and his girlfriend Tammy from Sparta. Milo was doing a nice job in there. And the Spectacular Critters winner was Paxton and Chloe from Wausau. Natalie Decker, she showed up dressed like Chester Cheeto, and got a couple bags of Cheetos from her. Nice to see Decker Racing representing. Had both of her dogs.
I came out of my camper, and they were making the turn in front of my camper, and she's asking people if they wanted Cheetos. They were throwing Cheetos out to the crowd.
Yeah, I know. She hit me with two of them right behind me here, so, of course, it's free food. I'm not going to say no.
As long as we got a minute, let's say hello to our buddy in Milwaukee, Jason Bond. He's watching us on TV. Hello, Jason. Glad you're enjoying the show. Yes, legends are from Holman, Jason. It appears we have just a little bit of moisture on the track, so we're going to send some safety vehicles around and try and get that moisture out of the track. Not very much, as you can see. We have not lost the track. So just a tad bit of moisture. We're going to send some safety vehicles around and hopefully be back to qualifying here very shortly.
Daniel Strong, if you're anywhere in attendance, I've got your MasterCard up here. Daniel Strong, if you know him, get it through the campgrounds. I've got his MasterCard. It was found by the DJ's Speed Zone Arca Midwest Tour apparel trailer. And Daniel Strong, if you don't want the tower getting pizzas from all over the place, you better come get your MasterCard. Well, Kevin, you're eating a brat, so you're out of the free pizza deal.
I was looking at more like the Bickle T-shirts or the Trickle T-shirts from DJ since you found it there.
Daniel Strong, you're one of our TV guys. How dare you leave a MasterCard in the presence?
My wallet.
How does it just fall out of your wallet?
Do you see how beat up this wallet is? It's like 12 years old.
The TV guy needs a raise. That wallet that's bad. That looks like that was straight horsehide right there. Well, he's on the VIP area going, wait a minute, they got my MasterCard. Dyker's going to be eating. You got it, buddy. All right, back to qualifying. Next out, the Jailhouse Saloon Affordable Auto Salvage, number 97, coming out of Fountain City, Wisconsin. That's Bob Fort. Bob Fort, a long-time dirt driver. He finally came to his senses and started running on the asphalt, Billy Doc Niles.
He's been bouncing back and forth between late models and sportsmen. 22.036, a 22.036 for Fort's first time around.
Our buddy Ernie Olar watching from Canada. Piping in saying hi to everybody here in the tower. How are you, Ernie? Miss you up there in the campground.
Hello, Canada. Big pickup for Ford, almost a full second at a 21.384. 21.384 for Ford.
Look at Ernie's picture he sent us. Looks like he's inside of a tent. What a way to go.
Oh, that's cool, Ernie. Nice.
That's outstanding. So Bob Ford's qualifying session is in the books. Next out, this gentleman going to run double duty. He's got himself a brand new super late model. He'll be running that later in the program. First up, the Lacrosse late model, the number 202 Gasoline Alley Toys and Antiques 2018 Chevy. Out of West Salem, Wisconsin, this is Carter Christensen. Ken's Auto Repair, Jeff Martin Custom Construction, Brushworks, Hidden Trails Corn Maze, which is open, by the way. And Culligan of Lacrosse.
Hey, Culligan man.
All right, 0-2, Carter Christensen off for turn 4.
Christensen's first time around. 21.160, a 21.160. We know he can do better than that. Picked up his program pretty good. He almost had a top 5 the last night of the season. Just lost her on the last lap. Looking for bigger and better things out of the future with this young man here. A little slip off of turn 4 for Christensen. A 24.57, a 24.57 puts him up to 7th at the moment.
Next out of the turn 4. It's a 038 Creative Screen Print 2018 Chevy. Out of Coon Valley, Wisconsin, it's Squirt Adam Degenhardt. His partners include Degenhardt Garage, Sharp Trucking, Westview Inn, Glass on Wheels, Wise Excavating, Goldbeck Towing, St. Joe's Country Market, Nick's Bar, and the Tin Can Roadhouse.
Very good first lap for Degenhardt, a 23.01, a 23.01 for the 03 car, a part-time racer here at Lacrosse.
Talking about Tin Can Roadhouse, whoever finishes 7th in the first and second late model features tonight gets $100.
Nice. 19.648 to the top of the board for Degenhardt.
0.02 of a second faster than Carlson. So Carlson goes back to 2nd, Beamish 3rd, Sawalik 4th, Anderson 5th. Next up is 07 Arctic Freight Truck and Tractor 2021 Chevy Camaro. Out of Middle Ridge, Wisconsin, it's Tuxedo Tony Lease, sponsored by Excel Crane Service and TL Speed. Got to say hi to Joe Graham's watching from Beaver Dam, Dustin Patrick from Nisita. Oh, man, wow. What a good first time that was for Lease, Billy Doc.
19.844, that's the fastest first lap we've seen this afternoon.
That has to be his fastest first lap or second lap this entire season.
He started out really hot at the beginning of the year and then just slowed down for some reason. Looks like he found the speed in that 07 car. 26.44 to the top of the board for Lease.
Lease really going to make it hard on some of our top contenders. As next up is the 7L Legends Direct, MA Associates 2020 Camry out of New Market, Minnesota. He ran here part-time this year and the Alco Speedway. This is Jackson Lewis. Got a fan down there somewhere. Jackson Lewis doing a lot of studying with the New Prague Nightmare Adam Oxborough and his father Dan this year.
20.064, Lewis's first time. Lewis will trip the line on his second effort at a 19.829. Very good time, puts him up to third.
Down below, this is his 52nd Oktoberfest race to compete in. The number 7, Jay Buckley Baseball Tours 2020 Chevy Impala. Out of Lacrosse, Don Thunder Turner. Fechner Motors, Elke's Party Barn on the south side of Lacrosse, High Sherry and Shaggy, Kickapoo Dairy, Cooley Region Land Surveyors.
24.29 for Turner right away, already into the top 10.
Okay, Don Thunder Turner, this is his 52nd Oktoberfest. Spent 32 years as a high school baseball coach, and he's in the Wisconsin Baseball Coaches Hall of Fame.
Very good for second lap of 21.94.
Next up is the number 7 South Suburban Asphalt Rogers Tree Service. The last car late model. Out of the Elko Speedway, Bloomington, Minnesota's Ridge Owine. He was our Thomas Porter Speedway Enduro winner this year. He'll be running Big 8s as well. Ridge Owine.
29.94 for Owine on his first lap.
All right, Joey Gase. NASCAR's Joey Gase on the bubble now. Top 16 transfer in.
Very good second lap, 24.87. Puts him inside the top 16 for now. Gase is on the outside looking in.
Down below the 8M, Moen Racing 2020 Camry, former ARCA Midwest Tour Rookie of the Year. Newmarket, Minnesota's Billy Moen. Now the top 16 are going to go into the big show on time. The top 4 from 2021 points, all features and semis will transfer. The feature tonight will be an invert of a 6+ roll, and the semi based on qualifying invert 6 and then transfer 4.
Look at that lap right there, a 19.889 for Moen. He's looking to take that top spot away from Lisa as he comes off of turn 4. To the top of the board with a 19.584 for Moen.
Next out is the 8C Clements Automotive 2021 Chevy Monte Carlo from West Salem, Wisconsin. Former Sportsman Track champion Nick Kachow Clements. Interstate Roofing, Genzi's Game Day Pub, Johnny's Hobbies, The Vault, and Epic Media on that car.
Clements a 22.42. 22.42 definitely needs to pick that up. Clements, I believe, is sitting 4th in points right now here at Lacrosse. Also still in the Chase Championship. 2 races to decide that tonight. A 19.802, that puts him up to 4th for Clements.
Track record for the Lacrosse late models. We'll get you here in just a moment. 19.482 set in 2016 by Ty Majeski. 19.482, so it is within reach. Next up, the number 8 City Auto Sales, BK Auto Service 20 Chevy S. It's Brent Kirschner, the Honey Badger.
24.37 first time around for Kirschner.
92 Sportsman Champion, the Farrell 150 Oktoberfest Champion. That's back when it was the Dodge Racing Series. And he ran with the ASA for many years. He'll be running late models, super lates, and trucks.
21.76 only puts him up to 10th.
Steve Carlson's on the bump right now. Top 16 are in. As we bring up the number 10 Vermilion Creek Homes 2000 Monte Carlo from Elko, Minnesota, Dusty Man. Dusty Man, Maverick Manufacturing, Justman Freight Lines. Again, Steve Carlson is currently on the bump, sitting in the number 16 slot.
Pretty decent first lap for Man, a 23.30. Need to work a little bit harder on that second lap. Looking to knock Carlson out of the top 16 and send him to that B main later tonight. And he'll do it with that lap. A 20.097 puts him up to 9th.
Ridge Owine's on the bump now, top 16 getting in. Next out tonight, he would like to make it back-to-back Lacrosse Speedway Championships. The number 12, Mergic Graphics and Design, 2019 Chevy Monte. Out of Rosemount, Minnesota, Nick Mergic. Justman Freight Lines, CrossFit Calypso, Suburban GM Parts, and Mergic Race Engines.
Whoa, a very good first lap of 19.873. Already puts him up to 7th.
Needs a 19.584.
What'd you say that track record was? This is going to be close. No!
There
so
it is!
close. A 19.549.
Fast time for Nick Mergic, 100.3 mile an hour, Billy.
That's fast.
All right, next out in the number 13, Nordic Insulation Bush Light Analysis Prime Chevy. Out of Faribault, Minnesota, this is Brian Rolstad out of the Elko Speedway.
Rolstad's first trip across a 21.261. He is looking to knock Carter Christensen out and beat a 24.57.
Rolstad running across late models, double features tonight, then the Big 8 late model series.
Pretty good pickup at 28.05. Not enough to get him into the big show tonight. He'll have to come through the B main later.
Next out, the driver of the 14B, Hype Motorsports Port City Race Car. Out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, the Elko Speedway, this is Grant Brown. Grant Brown. Hype Motorsports, Advanced Auto Parts, Red List Group, Doug's Auto Service, Viking Liquor, Barrel and American Family Insurance. Couple of NASCAR championships in his background, going back to 2012 for the Bandolero Championship.
Brown with a 23.55 already into that 16th spot, looking to make it better. Very good pickup of 20.084. That will put him in the top 10. Next on the bump is Ryan Kamish.
Next out in her first ever trip at the Lacrosse Speedway, first time ever in a late model. She ran Bandits and Hornets for many years. The number 14 AK Auto and Tire LLC 2020 Chevy out of Fall River, Wisconsin, Hannah Rayleigh. Hannah Rayleigh, W&D Navis, Beaver Dam Property Rentals, Sassy Cow Creamery, Vita Plus, Pampered Chef by Kate Rayleigh, JR Photography and TD Graphics. Her spotter this weekend is her sister.
Nice. 21.122 to first lap for Rayleigh. Hello to Don Besh watching in Trevor, Wisconsin. Nice pickup of 29.22. Not enough to get her in the top 16.
Nick Mergic still holding the top spot, 19.549. Next up, third year in a late model, currently second in points, 63 behind Mergic. It's the number 18, or 14 Fastenal, 2015 Chevy Monte. Former Lacrosse Sportsman champ, Bangor, Wisconsin's new daddy last week, Steve Bachman.
Yeah, that was a proud moment for him and the wife. The 21.31, a very good time, already puts him up into the top 12.
Weir's Machine Lawn Keepers, ABC Seed and Consulting, Silverado Saloon, Angie's, and Green Bay Anodizing, and DJ Dan Diker. I'm on the car.
Nobody wants to know that. Bachman second in points, looking to catch Mrjic this weekend in 19.751 right to the top 5.
That's going to put Don Fender Turner on the bubble. Bachman's currently 5th fastest. Top 16 are going to make the show. As we bring out the man that's 3rd in points here at the Lacrosse Speedway. He was our Bud Dash champion this year. The number 18, Martin's Milk Service 2019 Ford Fusion from Onalaska, the milkman, Jeremy Wagner. Martin Warehousing, Paz Ingredients, Arm Transportation, Potato King, and Cooley Refrigeration, amongst others.
Pretty good first lap, a 21:38 for Jeremy Wagner. Say hello to Jeff Katzenberger and Cam Dzelski watching on TV.
Cam Dzelski raced late models here and a hobby stock earlier this year in memory of Tim McCarthy. Jeff Katzenberger, we wish you were here too, my friend.
Nice time, a 19.699. Wagner into the top 5 now.
Justin Mulliken is on the bubble. It's Mrjic, Moen, Lease, Degenhardt, and Wagner, your current top 5. Down the front straightaway is the number 18B Agape Pregnancy Resource Center 99 Chevy Camry coming out of Bangor, Wisconsin. That's Andrew Burrow. Your Choice Ministries, Thomas Hoofcare, Bonafide Security Solutions, and Weir's Machine on the Burrow late model.
Burrow at a 23.178 his first time around. Burrow at 22.275. Definitely be looking for some more speed out of that one later tonight.
Next on the number 19, Destroyers Realty Group with Experience Realty 2019 Chevy coming out of Hanover, Minnesota. It's Michael Hager. Titan Consulting, Genie Matters CPA, Rugged Radios. He ran a couple of years here at Lacrosse, went back to Elko and ripped off 4 straight wins last year.
Very good first time for Hager at a 22.19. Hager 22.19.
Again, Justin Mulliken is on the bump. We are 30 NASCAR late models in, about 14 to go. Nick Mrjic currently with fast time, a 19.549.
Great time by Hager, a 19.840 puts him 9th on the board.
And that's going to put Brent Kirschner on the bubble to transfer in. Next up, the number 20, Radius Medical 2020 Toyota Camry Rowdy chassis. Out of Belle Plaine, Minnesota, Devin Turbo Schmidt. Ingersoll Rand, ARO, Radius Manufacturing, and PSI Engineering sponsors on that car.
Schmidt picked up his first career feature win earlier this year here at Lacrosse. Really good first time at 21.78 for him. Say hello to Paul Nicholson and Richard Shawley watching on TV. Thank you for joining us. Schmidt bought that car last year, was very competitive towards the end of the year, and like we said, picked up his first career feature win here at Lacrosse. Very good time, a 19.739. He is up to 6th.
Next out, also coming out of Minnesota, Adam Benzik, who made an appearance once or twice here this year. He's in the 21 machine. Adam Benzik having a couple of good spins at practice here the past 2 days. Adam Benzik, number 1.
A very good first lap, a 20.076 for Benzik as he already cracks the top 16.
Minnesota's Dusty Man is now on the bubble. Will he have to race his way in?
Benzik already sitting 14th, looking to up that a little bit more. Holy cow, all the way up to 2nd with a 19.561 for Benzik.
Nick Mrjic, 19.549. Benzik, a 561. Next out, our 2001 Lacrosse NASCAR late model champion out of Lacrosse, the 2021 Chevy Steiger Steel entry of BP Brad Powell. Gordon Epping CPA, Reedy Concrete Construction, Tomcat Racing Engines, and Clements Automotive.
Very good first lap for Powell, the former track champion, at a 20.070. Already puts him in the 15th spot. Busts out Dusty Man. Grant Brown will now be on the bubble. The 19.814 puts Powell into the top 10.
Grant Brown on the bubble now. Next up, at number 25, Capsule Technologies 2020 Chevy Double S out of Montgomery, Minnesota. 2017 Sportsman Rookie of the Year, the New Prague Nightmare, Adam Oxborough. Refinisher Supply, Schafer Specialized Lubricants, and Patriot Media.
23.63 first time around for Oxborough. Picked up his first ever late model fast qualifying effort earlier this year. Oxborough looking to beat the 20.084 of Grant Brown to break into the top 16. $20.032 just puts him in 16th. Willie Nelson.
Next up, coming up out of Salon Mills, Illinois, it's Willie Nelson.
Not that Willie Nelson.
Wonder if he brought that up in a big bus.
$28.77 first time around for that pink and black 25 machine.
So Adam Oxborough with that 20.032 is currently sitting 16th. 15 drivers under the 22nd mark.
$27.39. He'll need to find a little more speed going through the B main for that one.
Next out, the number 25D Tough Enough Auto Body 2020 Chevy Body. Out of Sparta, Wisconsin, it's Ken Dene. Ken Dene, post frame specialists and Northland Buildings on that flashy 25 Lacrosse late model.
He's had like two different colors on that car. Was it this year or the last 2 years?
He was red last year, green this year.
Both of them very sharp looking cars. Dene is still one of our top 8 to win the chase this year. Dene with a 28.67 his second time around. We didn't get his first time for some reason. He'll need to work on that.
Next out, a hop, skip, and a jump across the river out of Shorewood, Minnesota, the number 31. This is Ryan Varner. Ryan Varner, I think, was here twice earlier this season. Varner had several attempts at the Lacrosse Speedway last year.
Very good first lap for him, a 23.63 for Varner, 23.63. He is looking to beat the 20.032 of Adam Oxborough to get into the top 16.
Jeff Katzenberger, we're going to be qualifying 52 super lates for the Trickle 99.
Just misses. Edie is on the outside looking in. Varner with a 21.62. He'll have to come through the B main.
Out of New Prague, Minnesota, Mike Gallard in his number 90 machine left out to qualify. Just a handful of late models left to qualify this afternoon. On the bubble is Adam Oxborough.
Lard with a 27.93. Definitely need to pick it up if he wants to get inside that top 16 and automatically start in both those 20 lappers tonight.
Gillard a little bit too high, drifting up into turn 4 as he'll attempt a quicker second lap, and he got it.
24.77. For Gillard, he'll be coming through the B main.
All right, next out, he chose to go to the rear, so he's just going to get 1 lap of the Northern Racing Product 2020 Camry. Out of Farmington, Minnesota, this is Jeff Partington. He's been driving Sally, he had Susie, but he's not told me the name of this one yet.
22.99. Imagine what could have been if he'd have got a second lap. 22.99. He'll be coming through the B main.
And look at this race, fans. He just smoked the turn 1 wall earlier in qualifying. He's back out for 1 lap. Out of Carver, Minnesota, former NASCAR national champion, multi-time Minnesota national champion, Jacob Gady's going to make his way back out.
At this 1 lap, he's looking for a 20.032 or better to get into the top 16 tonight.
Gady, one of those guys, every time he comes to Lacrosse to challenge our locals, he usually sets fast time. Say 8 of the 10 times. Again, he needs to top a 20.032 to get in the show. No problem.
Oh, look at that, folks. Jacob Gady with a 19.827 there. What does that put him? 11th on the grid.
So that knocked out Adam Oxborough. William Sawalik, the 14-year-old, is in the top 16. He's going to make the show. And that's going to wrap up Lacrosse late model qualifying. We'll get you the official results here in a couple of moments.
Big things happen. Drivers, got 8 drivers competing for that amongst 2 features tonight. And of course, fast, whoever finishes best in both features tonight will be declared Mr. Oktoberfest thanks to Kevin Noodleman and Newman Grain Service. There's a cash bonus coming up with that one also. We also got to talk about the cash bonus from Tin Can Roadhouse, going to 7th place in both features, an extra $100 of those. 10th place in both features, courtesy of Gretchen Clements, your local Century 21 affiliated realtor in both Holman and Lacrosse. I'm sorry, Toma and Lacrosse. $25 KT gift card, courtesy of Gretchen Clements, Century 21.
Welcome once again to our live look-in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter of MidwestTour.tv's coverage, exclusive coverage of the Oktoberfest race weekend. It started last evening, but rain washed out some of the action, so we've got some of that carrying over to today. We just saw late model qualifying for the weekly points championship. That'll be decided tonight in twin 20-lap features. Nick Mergert, the current point leader, set fast time in that division. And next up, fans, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth watching right now. We're going to qualify the super late models competing in this evening's Dick Trickle 99. That's a 99-lap race split in thirds. Segment 1 is 33 laps. Segment 2 is 33 laps. Segment 3 is 33 laps. We're not going to start all the cars. You'll see qualifying here next on our live coverage. After they determine the top 15 in time, there are provisionals to fill out the remainder of the starting lineup for the Dick Trickle 99. The cars that don't make that, you might see them only race tonight. The super late models are racing here this evening, as well as area sportsmen and the NASCAR weekly late models. But getting back to the Trickle 99, that's going to be an awesome race. We'll have it on you tonight. You need to subscribe to watch that one. Again, subscribe at MidwestTour.tv. But as you look here with us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, we just saw qualifying for the weekly late models. Next up will be the super late models. There are a lot of cars here. Matter of fact, there's over a dozen you'll see just tonight that are not racing in Sunday's Oktoberfest 200. Some of the names of those drivers that are racing just tonight brought their cars here. They want to get their super late laps in. Tyler Sauder, Nick Mergic, Jeff Storm, Travis Dassau, Corey Jankowski, Brazen Bennett, Jerry Miller, Alex Stumpf brought us forward here. I got to go to page 2, believe it or not. There's a lot of guys on this list. The Wyckoff brothers, you're going to want to watch what they have going on. They have beautiful race cars. They're only racing tonight in the Trickle 99, as is Cole Thomas and Dan Hang, most recently Hang at Slinger. Cole Thomas, our weekly competitor there as well. So bringing together the best of the Midwest. The Super Late qualifying is next. The top 15 in time lock in to the Dick Trickle 99. Segment 1 happens tonight. Then we have a few races in between. Then segment 2, then segment 3. That's all coming your way to set that lineup for those top 15 cars in time for Super Late. So we're going to go back to our track feed. Starting with car number 31. We have about 50 cars to qualify for the Trickle 99 as part of our coverage. Thanks for tuning in with us on our live look-in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Enjoy.
Corey Jankowski. Hammond Brothers Company Cranberries, Kurt Schopp and Crowbar of Toma won 2 WCWR races this year and got DQ'd for one of them, LOL. Corey Jankowski letting us know it's black and green flames.
19.343 on his first lap, 19.343 for Corey Jankowski. Do you think he has that cape in his car again?
He already told me at Dell's Raceway Park that he has brought the Batman cape anytime he's in the winner's circle this week, and he's going to have it out.
Awesome. Second lap time for Jankowski. It's going to be a 19.081, 19.081.
Next up, the number 26, Capsule Technologies Refinishers Supply Rods Repair 2021 Ford. Out of Bloomington, Minnesota, says he's been racing too many years, the Bloomington Bandit Mark Lamoureux.
Hey, Dan, I think he was racing before they invented dirt.
He says his age is old, number of years racing, too many. It's right there.
I see that. I can validate that. First lap time for Lamoureux will be a 19.201, 19.201. I think he's one of those drivers who still races, comes to the track in an open hauler as well, too.
Lamoureux on his second attempt as the Super Late models are into qualifying.
Second lap time for Lamoureux. It looks like 19.021. Still the same.
Next up, the number 25, Duramax Tracking 2021 Toyota Camry out of Waterford, Wisconsin. He was on the tour this year in Dell's Raceway Park. It's Jeff Storm. 3D Ranch, All Pro Mechanical, Bremer Music, Oak Creek Automotive, and River City Lanes.
First lap time for Storm, right to the top of the charts with an 18.938, 18.938 for Stormy.
He set the Super Late Model track record at Oktoberfest back in what year? 2012.
2012, he's got that nice Fury chassis underneath him there, Chris Wimmer. Second lap time is a 18.707, 18.707 for Jeff Storm.
Good to see Stormy and his fans back at Oktoberfest. I'm liking the more sunshine than anything else right now.
This is a beautiful sight to see right here. By the way, just to remind you that the track record for the Dick Trickle 99 was set back on October 7, 2016 by Dan Fredrickson with an 18.698. 18.698 is a track record. Boy, this 707, so this is going to be interesting, folks.
All right, next car on the track, the number 18 Twin Cities Cannabis Toyota Super out of Lakeville, Minnesota, Michael Ostick. Michael Ostick. Weicker Realtors, Grissom Enterprises, McNamara Construction, R&R Automotive. The 2017 ARCA Midwest Tour Rookie of the Year, Michael Ostick.
Ostick had a little wiggle going into turn one there, but I was able to save it. Let's see what it does to his first lap here. 19.154, 19.154.
Michael raced about 5 times here at the Lacrosse Speedway earlier this year and got very acclimated to this 5/8 mile.
Second lap time for Ostick. 18.740, 18.740. That track record's in jeopardy, I think.
Next driver out, the number 19, coming out of Hanover, Minnesota, Michael Hager, doing double duty tonight. Michael, very impressive on his 2-year stint here at the Lacrosse Speedway, running about 3/4 of the racing season. Jeff Storm currently has fast time, 18:7:07.
Here comes Hager's first lap time. It is a 19.453, 19.453. Second lap time is an 18.956, 956 for Hager.
All right, next out in the number 17, Grant Griezbach. We're going to hear a lot of his name coming up this weekend, Kevin. Grant Griezbach.
Yep, when regular at Slinger Super Speedway, I believe he got a feature win either last year or this year, but he's making a name for himself at Slinger. Here he comes off for his first lap. 19.389, 19.389.
Correction, it's the GT17 of Griezbach.
Your glasses are working today, boy.
I like that.
That's a nice looking 17 as well as he comes off at turn 4. Second lap time is a 19.001, 19.001.
Next out, the 2020 Toyota Camry, WisconsinPotatoes.com, Wysocki Produce Farm entry is Gabe Summers. Gabe Summers, runner-up 2020 ARCA Midwest Tour points, 2019 Rookie of the Year.
First lap time for Summers is 18.975, 18.975. Watch out.
Bushman Sign & Crane, Dave's White Rock Tavern, Wood Street Rental, Meadowview Farm, Midway Machine, and Tilton Racing Products on the Wysocki Farm entry of Gabe Summers.
Second lap time for Summers, 18.628, 18.628. We got ourselves a new track record for the Dick Trickle 99.
All right, that's one that's going to fall. A lot of cars remaining. Can the number 15 Nasonville Dairy Chevrolet do it? Out of Marshfield, Wisconsin, it's Dean LaPointe. Chips Hamburgers, B&B Paving, Edwards Construction on Dean LaPointe's 15. Good to see him back at Fest.
He's always great to have Dean at Fest. 19.210, 19.210. He gets around this place fast. He's a regular at Marshfield, which is almost kind of like a similar build to what Lacrosse is.
Once we reach competitor 16, we're going to find out who's going to be on the bubble.
First and second lap time is 18.906, 18.906 for LaPointe.
Next out, running 4 different series this weekend, coming out of Roscoe, Illinois. The number 14 is Austin Neeson. Austin Neeson got very well acquainted with his dad over at Silverado's Tuesday night for about 4 hours.
That first lap time is an 18.891, 18.891 for Neeson.
Fred Neeson, always a nice guy to hang out with, especially away from the racetrack.
And also fresh off the National Short Track Championship last Sunday.
All right, second time for Neeson.
18.669.
Oh,
18.669, that close, Dan.
just missed it. Next out, we nicknamed that car Dragula at the exhibition building last night, courtesy of champion Cheyenne Stanfield. The number 12 out of Rosemont, Minnesota, Mergic Racing Engines, entry of Nick Mergic. Look at that ride, ladies and gentlemen.
First lap time is an 18.824.
Oh, he's close.
Oh,
He's close. Nick Mergic needs a 6.228 to set the track record. Mergic Graphics and Design, Suburban GM Parts, Justman Freight Lines, Connie and Craig.
2019 winner of the Dick Trickle 99. Second lap time, 18.717. Puts him fourth quick on the track.
Next out, the number 9, Shockwave Seats. Toyota Camry coming out of Stratford, Wisconsin. NASCAR Truck Series driver Derek Kraus.
Got 2 poles in the Craftsman Truck Series so far this year. We'll get one here. First lap time, 19.033, 19.033.
Incredible Bank, R&J Auto, 23-hour towing, and Grandpa Bob. It was 7 years ago tonight that I announced Eric Crosse as the Midwest Truck Series Rookie of the Year.
He was probably like 14 by then.
Yeah.
Second lap time for him is an 18.643, 18.643.
They're getting faster. Quick. This guy's going to keep up with a family name. The number 7 Behika's Pub and Grub. Super late model coming out of New Lisbon, Wisconsin, Tyler Sauder. Tyler Sauder, Don's Auto and Truck Center of Toma and R&R Roofing and Remodeling of New Lisbon.
First lap time for Sauder. A 19.469, 19.469.
Tyler Sauder driving up through the ranks, had a Sportsman last year and traded her off into a new car this year and said he was really looking forward to getting into that race. He wants to run with Johnny and Travis.
That'd be awesome for him. Second lap time as a 19.086, 19.086 for Tyler Sauder.
Dawson Fry, 6-cylinder drivers watching us, as is Logan Schrader. West Bend, Wisconsin's Mitch Haber is the next out to qualify. Looking at a 16.628. 18.628, that is.
First lap time for Hager, 19.715, 19.715.
13th super late model out of, I heard 50 plus.
1.5.
Wow.
15 are locked in and start straight up in the first segment.
Over 50 super late models here for the Dick Trick 199.
19.455, second lap time for Hager.
Next out, he was the 2021 Dixieland 250 winner at WIR. The number 7 Paul's Auto Yard, Pad Nose, 21 Chevy SS. Out of Portage, Indiana, it's Paul Schafer Jr.
I think he was also the king of Grundy County Speedway this year. First lap time for Schafer Nation, 19.083, 19.083.
5 feature wins at Grundy Speedway. He pronounces his name Schafer.
He needs a haircut. Here comes Schafer around second lap time. 18.774. 18.774. Puts him 7th quick.
Next out, the number 5 Hibbleman Brothers Cranberries Napa of Cheyenne, Don's Auto and Truck Center entry. It's Travis Sauder. Travis Sauder.
Former Oktoberfest race weekend champion. He comes around. First lap time for him. The 19.138, 19.138 for Travis.
All right, so right now Mitch Haber is going to hold the bubble because the next entry is going to start setting them off to make them race their way in.
Here's Sauder coming by, second lap time. Is going to be 3rd quick with an 18.646, 18.646 for Sauder. Johnny. Here's Johnny.
Next out in his brand new number 5. He tested it here at Lacrosse, blew up the motor, raced at Dells in that Sauder Classic, and he's back again. NASCAR's Truck Series champion, Johnny Sauder.
Sauder comes around for his first lap time, which is a 19.093, 19.093.
Johnny said, Dyker, I want you to tell me 2 things of the mic today. I said, what's that? Don's Auto and Truck Center and In God We Trust. That was it.
He's got 24 wins in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Also a former trickle winner here, 18.781 for Johnny Sauder. That puts him 9th in the qualifying.
Next up, one of the hottest drivers on the circuit coming out of Wausau, Wisconsin this year. This is Luke Fenhouse, a name to watch throughout the weekend.
Fenhouse's first lap time is a 18.746. Wow, good first lap time for Fenhouse.
Corey Jankowski currently sitting on the bubble. Does Fenhouse own a track record here at Lacrosse?
He's still not happy that Marco Andretti took that win from him at Slinger, but here he comes across his finish line.
Oh, there it is!
6.9. We got another new track record.
Luke Fendhouse bending it here at the Lacrosse Speedway, 18.569. Next up in the gasoline alleys and antiques of Onalaska 02. This is Lacrosse's Carter Christensen, first ever time racing a super late model. Picked it up at the end of last year, stored it, worked on it, and here he is, Carter Christensen.
Christensen comes across the line. His first lap time will be a 19.450, 19.450. Christensen's got that famous pink on his car that is well known without his entire family.
Yep. Ken Christensen, longtime race car driver, modeled that car after him and then after their grandfather.
Second lap time for Christensen, 19.062, 19.062 for Carter.
Next up, he'd like a track record in the Gilded number 119 from Parts Unknown. This is Dalton Zier.
That Parts Unknown is otherwise known as Port Orange, Florida.
Well, when he was here last year, he was from South Dakota. The year before, he was from the, what did he say, the cusp of New Mexico.
The cusp. First lap time for Dalton. 19.209, 19.209. You know Port Orange is, right? You know where it's at? It's right near Daytona.
12 drivers under the 19-second mark so far. Carter Christensen is on the bump. Here comes Dalton Zier.
18.783, 18.783. Good pickup on the second lap for Zier.
Next out in the Racing for Jason CTS Auto number 97 coming out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. That's Dan Hying. Dan's first time back to Lacrosse in 4 years.
And he was on social media looking for help so he can come up this weekend. We're glad he made it. Here comes Hying off of turn 4 for his first lap time. 20.032, 20.032.
Dan Hying getting a lot of support on social media to be able to bring that 97 machine out here.
It sure is. His second lap time will be a 19.709, 19.709.
Next up, the number 92 Wisconsin Automation Fury Chevy coming out of Wales, Wisconsin. Slinger Speedway's R.J. Braun. Big 8 Rookie of the Year. Slinger Rookie of the Year. He'll be running tonight and hopefully on Sunday. R.J. Braun.
Braun's first lap time is going to be a 19.310, 19.310. He's our one that got his car done at the last minute.
I have the first batch of Queensland's apples up
Coming
here.
over.
Queensland's apples on sale for $4. They're good. Caramel, cream, apples.
19.070 for R.J. Braun. Give me that apple. Out on the track now, a number that's very famous around the Midwest and now becoming nationwide as the defending Snowball Derby champion, Dan, this time Majeski.
Still running the NASCAR Truck Series this season. Majeski's dominated. Out of Seymour, Wisconsin, doesn't matter where he's gone, he has dominated every racetrack in the state.
And now he might dominate qualifying. He's at 18.661 on his first lap.
Grant Griezbach on the bubble.
Here comes Majeski with a second lap time. 18.405. Boy, he almost shut off early there.
Majeski owns 2 track records here at Lacrosse. Now he has a third. So far, that is.
We just getting started.
Next up, the number 81 out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Herman's Landscape Supplies entry, Brian Sire-Keski from the Elko Speedway. Vermont Meter Sport, Shields Mobile, RV Service, and Advanced Diesel Power. Brian Sire-Keski.
Sire-Keski comes across the line. His first lap time will be an 18.868. That's a good first lap time for Sire-Keski.
Josh Corning watching us on the live TV feed. Radio man Dan Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, Kevin Ramsel saying hi to all those viewers out there.
Hello.
Sierkeski second lap.
It is going to be an 18.618, 18.618. Great lap for Sierkeski.
All right, Michael Hager's now on the bump. Michael Hager on the bump. Next up, the number 78 Fechner Motors, Don's Auto Truck, Ford Fusion. Out of Sparta, Wisconsin, it's Skylar Holzhausen. Banco, Clements Auto, Kemp's Logging, and Mississippi Welding Supply on Skylar Holzhausen, 78.
The former winner of the Dick Trickle 99, his first lap time will be an 18.806, 18.806. Hey, Doc, you know, we got to get a 007 up there today.
Yeah, it is the day, isn't it?
It is.
Skylar Holzhausen spends his free time in metalworks. Benches, tables, stools. Man, that guy's, he is a craftsman.
Second lap time is an 18.590, 18.590. That puts him third quick on the chart.
Next up, the number 77 Islands and Sons Trucking, Ford Fusion, coming out of Hampton, Minnesota. Jonathan Island in the Elko Speedway. Landscape Supply, Gravis Auto Body, Mulhill Excavating, the 2012 ASA Midwest Tour champ.
First lap time is a 19.077. How appropriate, 19.077.
Jonathan Island, we talked about him last year at Fest. He's one of those drivers that's about to break out here at Fest.
Yeah, he's way overdue for a big win here. He's come close so many times. Could this be the year? Second lap time for Island is going to be a 18.700, 18.700. Puts him ninth quick on the chart.
Andrew Morrissey next down to number 19. By default was your Oktoberfest feature race winner 2 years ago.
Doesn't matter. That's how it stands in the record books. First lap time for Andrew Morrissey is an 18.970.
Hey, Billy Doc Niles knows about winning by technicalities. The one thing he can say about his lackluster career, I have something that Morrissey does. A technicality win.
It was more of like a mid-pack career.
I got second in mine, though.
Second lap time for Morrissey is an 18.723, 18.723.
Next up is your 2021 Tundra Super Late Model Series champion by 3 over Casey Johnson, the number 77. Screamin' Norwegian House Contractors 2021 Chevy Riley Stenjum out of Jefferson.
First lap time is an 18.919, 18.919. Actually, he's from Utica, which is a suburb of Stoughton. Where
Johnny Sauder's on the bump.
Oh, boy.
Wow. House Contractors, Hogan Farm, Stenjum Construction, and Direct Networks.
Second lap time. Ooh, nice one. An 18.651, 18.651. That puts him 8th on the chart, and that bumps somebody, doesn't it, Dan?
Next out, always the best appearing car. Got 2 good looking ones. Coming out of Merrill, Wisconsin, that's Jason Wyckoff. Jason Wyckoff.
Jason's first lap time is an 18.951, 18.951.
Again, Paul Schafer Jr. is now on the bubble. Top 15 make the Dick Trickle 99. Tom Majeski has fast time and a new track record currently.
Second lap time for Jason is an 18.764, 18.764 for Jason Wyckoff. How about this scheme there, Dan?
Well, I tell you, Nick Burgick thought he had the best appearing car. Wyckoff says, hold my beer.
What color do you want? Let the sun change it.
Out of Merrill, Wisconsin, that is Chris Wyckoff in the 75. Kelly Davenport supports him, so we'll just give you a shout out.
First lap time for Wyckoff is 19.098, 19.098 for another former Dick Trickle 99 winner.
So, Dan, what color is that car? Silver, purple, blue, pink, and red.
Okay, what color was it in turn 3? Now turn 4. Now the front
Now
stretch.
yellow, now white. Bobbles on a turn 4.
Here he comes, sort of. 19.011, 19.011.
22nd fastest. He's got some work to do. Next up on the Hammond Auto, number 75 out of White Creek, Wisconsin. Driving the Chevy Double S, this is Dylan Hammond. Also supported by Don's Auto and Truck Center. Dylan Hammond.
Hammond comes across the line for his first lap time. It is a 19.230, 19.230 for Dylan Hammond.
The crock pot has been delivered to the tower. It's going to be go time here tomorrow. Dylan Hammond, here comes lap number 2.
A 19.070, 19.070 for Dylan Hammond.
All right, he did this with the national championship, the black and orange 72, coming out of Minnesota. Jacob Gady.
He finished second in national championships this year.
He was watched until there was about 6 races left and figured he couldn't get it done.
19.332, 19.332.
Now for Gady, that's 29th fastest. That is slow. That's what he would tell you. Jason Wyckoff is on the bump.
Second lap time for Gady, a 19.126, 19.126.
Jacob Gady got some work to do.
Here's the car we had on our radio show on Wednesday. It's a Natalie Decker Racing owned, driven by Derek Lemke.
Derek Lemke, first year Natalie Decker has ever owned her own machine. She's got it here.
First lap time for Derek is a 633, 19.633.
Sponsored by Spring Rates, Marthaler, and a new company that Natalie Decker has started. Watch the bumper as she comes by and write it down.
Second lap time for Lemke, the second generation driver. A 19.295, 19.295.
Booney.shop. I'm not going to tell you what she does. You got to go check it out, race fans. Next up at the number 71, Jolly Good Soda, Ford out of Wisconsin Rapids. It's Marshfield Speedway's Marcus Wine. Triple T Trucking, Eden Rebellion Brewing Company, Eagle Disposal, Riverview Inn out of Saukville, Rebel Wipes out of Saukville. 10-time Plover Track champion.
First lap time for S-Wine is a 19.651, 19.651.
How about this? He's a 3-time Wisconsin Challenge Series champion with over 90-plus feature wins.
And he's jolly good at his job.
Wow. Grape, I hope.
I'm a cherry kind of guy. Second lap time for S-Wine is a 19.253, 19.253.
Next out at the 70B. Introduced himself to the Midwest in the Lacrosse Speedway last year. Brady Bills. Frank Cryer. Everybody knows Frank Cryer's name. Frank is so far down the list now, all he gets to do is clean the chrome rims, and Brady Bills having a problem. Right off the bat, caution is out for the Reedsburg Auto Body, number 70 of Brady Bills. Got to say hi to Doug Anderson, Tracy Fischelay, Zach Leapsch, Doug Anderson, Alyssa Gunderson, loves that rap. I think she's talking about Wyckoff. Chuck Whitney's watching on the live TV feed. What is the name of the live TV feed, Kevin?
It's on MidwestTour.tv, courtesy of friends at Speed Sport. They are saying there's a light mist, and that's why they're kind of stopping qualifying for a little bit here.
I bet you we get it. Look, there's a pretty rainbow right over top of turn 3 over the Kicks 106.3 sign. Here comes the rainbow.
Almost going right to a concession stand.
Well, then I'm going to follow the rainbow.
I wonder if it's going to that new beer stand we got down there.
Yeah, that's something impressive, folks. If you get a chance to head down to turn 1, we have a new portable beer stand this year. This is the Worldwide Technology Raceway Tavern. And a reminder, NASCAR Cup Series invades St. Louis in 2022 on June 5th. We watched them bring the Worldwide Technology Raceway Tavern in on Wednesday. It looked like a spaceship all folded up.
That was like a surgical procedure as those coming across and make sure they don't hit the buildings or anything like that.
So again, I have never done this in this tower.
Oh, you can give
I've
it to
got
me?
the
Thank
first
you.
batch of Queensland apples. They're on sale for $4. For the first time in 15 years, I'm going to offer one to Billy Doc Niles first.
What?
Much appreciated. You may share with Kevin.
You just turned down food. You're now cut off from any food from the tower festivities all weekend.
That's a fruit. I don't need fruit in my life.
There's caramel and cream in there, though.
And bacon's in there, too. But
All right, Kevin, you may. I'm sure. Look at this, folks. You're
Sharing
witnessing
is caring.
history. I'm sharing tower food
Sharing is
on
caring.
Fest weekend. Sharing is caring. Paul Penguin, you're next. Would you like an apple? Two festmates have turned down food up here.
It's healthy food.
Do I need to bring people up from the crowd to fill in to work the tower for the rest of the weekend?
It's healthy food, too.
My goodness gracious.
I feel the vitamins going through my system right now.
Going to say hi to Travis Christensen, former late model driver. Oh, yeah, we got a vehicle we got to talk about here because you're about to get towed. If you have a kind of an orange Tundra RAV4, license plate 56820, it's a disabled handicap plate. You are parked in a fire lane and it needs to be moved before we make it part of Smashorama. A Toyota RAV4, it's kind of an orangey color. You're parked in a fire lane. It's a disabled license plate 56820. And we have somebody that's parked in a paid camping spot. They're going to take that out of here. Minnesota plate. It's a gray Ford Escape EXZ 254. EXZ 254. A gray Ford Escape. You're parked in someone's camping spot. That's a Minnesota license plate. And the orange RAV4. It's a newer model. 56820. Get it gone. You're in a fire zone. See, now Timothy Carlson is the first one to step up to replace Paul Reichert and Billy Niles for refusing tower food. He's in North Pole, Alaska, watching us when they had a blanket of about 12 inches of snow a couple of days ago. He says, fly me home and I'll eat your food.
That's so sweet of him.
So since Doc refused my food and so did Penguin, we're going to make them pay for his airline flight on the way back.
I think that's a fair choice.
I do too. Lots to eat through Oktoberfest race weekend here in the grandstands. We broke out the mini donuts this year. We broke out the funnel cake fries to go along with those fantastic Clements Bratson hot dogs, homemade pizza, chili cheese fries, double cheeseburgers.
We have not had those fries up here yet. You keep talking about all year long.
Yeah, I was waiting for Mitch to give me the go-ahead that we had them this weekend, but we had them all summer long.
Gotcha.
As soon as we get the go-ahead, they're going to be sold out quick.
Speaking of sold out quick, those pork chop sandwiches.
Actually, I had one for breakfast yesterday. It's the earliest I've ever had
breakfast
one
of
here.
champions here at Fest, except for Sunday morning when it's the pancake breakfast.
You can see him down there in the next to the Red Burger Barn cooking up those world-famous pork chop sandwiches. And then if you want something a little bit, we have an Oriental food tent this year.
I saw that.
Gonna have, and I heard that they've got some fantastic egg rolls. We may have to roll over there tomorrow.
Literally.
Did you like that one? Also, we have the mini donut gentleman is back. Billy Doc Niles, one of our favorites. The Euro gentleman is back. Took a year off last year.
You had me at mini donuts.
Mama Lisa's Pizza is down there as well.
And DJ Speed Zone's down there with some awesome Trickle and Bickle t-shirts this year. Those are shirts you must get because
we were
are awesome.
talking food.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Goodness gracious.
My
Are you
bad.
new here?
I'm
Also new to Oktoberfest, they are the proud Midwest Truck Series sponsor. We have a new barbecue truck. Pit Crew Barbecue out of Durant, Iowa is down below. Pulled pork sandwiches, Little Mo sandwiches, loaded fries or nachos, cheese fries, and fries. And again, they are the Midwest Tour Truck Series, I should say, Midwest Truck Series sponsor.
You know, everybody's down there going, what is a Little Mo?
Well, I'm trying to see that there's a pregnant lady outside of the Pit Crew Barbecue right now. Yeah, she saw me talking about her. Well, I'm trying to see what they're eating, though.
I bet she's got a little mole sandwich because that's got beef patty and pulled pork on top of it.
Does the hubby just have a soda? You're standing outside of a pit group barbecue just drinking soda. Oh, yeah, wait till they get in the track here. Mm-hmm. See, Steve Bachman's wife just had a baby last week. There was like a competition between the Leidens and the Bachmans of who was going to drop quicker. Steve, congratulations to him and Kelsey, one of our late model drivers, had the baby boy last week, and I think Mrs. Leiden's going to try to hold off till maybe Christmas.
We wish her the best of luck on that.
So, again, got a lot of great food down there, folks. Also, if you're in the pits, Mama Lisa's got her world-famous pizza trailer for you to munch on. All right, let's get back to Super Late Model qualifying. Ty Majeski now has a track record of 18.405. He's on top of the leaderboard. Jason Wyckoff is on the bubble. First one back on the number 66 Lamers Motor Racing Ford Mustang out of Woodville. It's Alex Stumpf. Home track is Wisconsin International Raceway.
Yeah, first lap time for Stumpf. Needs to beat a 18.764. His first lap time is a 19.225, 19.225. For the Stumpf name is very familiar with WIR. It's been around there for a long time. So looking to beat that 18.764 by Jason Wyckoff. Will he? 18.818. 18.1818. He's got to come through a last chance.
Jason Wyckoff still on the bubble. Next out in the Legends Direct Engine Ice, number 64, coming out of Iowa. Cedar Rapids, that is. It's the Chevy of Griffin Mcgrath. Accomplishments, too many to write here. Visit my MySpace account.
I wonder who his first friend was on MySpace. His first lap time is a 19.170, 19.170. He's usually faster around at Oktoberfest. What was that guy's? Who's always your first friend on MySpace? Was it Mike?
Check out my MySpace account. I bet you he still has one somewhere out there.
The second lap time for Griffin Mcgrath, 18.784, 18.784. He does not make the top 15. Jason Wyckoff still there with a 18.764.
Next up, the number 52 Incredible Bank Chevy Corvette out of Wausau, Wisconsin. State Park Speedway's Brock Heinrich. It says Corvette. He has so many sponsors. He has 44 different sponsors on this sheet.
But it's nicely typed out and not handwritten. First lap time is an 18.901. Go ahead and read them all, Dan.
Incredible Bank, Compass Insurance, PGA Plumbing, United Structures, Zilch Asphalt, Northern Trail Express, Revi Design, Samuels Group, B&D Plumbing, Grandma Heinrich, TLD, Hydroplaters, Todd Stamp Service, Wausau My Company, Electric Tequila Salsa.
And the second lap time is an 18.601. Good lap for him, 18.601.
I got 18 sponsors out in one breath.
That puts him fourth quick in qualifying.
Mike Alostic is on the bump right now as we bring out the number 52 Industrial Scale 20 Camry. Out of Union Grove, Wisconsin, Grundy's Keith Tulf. MC Fabricating, DC Welding, and Quartermaster.
First lap time for Keith Tulf is a 19.658, 19.658.
Scott Sashelski, look at that guy. Midwest Dash Series champion is enjoying the pork chops. Yes, he is.
He didn't bring us any. Second lap time for Keith Toth is a 19.471, 19.471.
Next up in the 47 Valley Gasket Super Late Model coming out of Wisconsin International Speedway. It's Nina's Brazen Bennett. Brazen Bennett coming from that strong line of Bennett Racing members.
First lap time for Brazen is an 18.943, 18.943. Second generation driver, famous father's Lowell Bennett.
Billy Doc Niles has been called out on our Facebook live feed. You cannot deny an apple.
18.747, 18.747. Bill, I thought you were cool.
Next up in the other 47, hey, I beat him off the stoplight with Sean Knobloch at WIR a couple years ago in a pickup truck. Valley Gasket Lake Park Pub, it's Ryan Farrell, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Farrell.
Farrell's in a unique, different look for him this weekend. First lap time is a 19.001, with 19.001. Usually see Farrell in like a famous number 80 car, but went to 47 driving for Chase Motorsports this weekend.
A random member of our studio audience just brought me a pork chop sandwich.
$18.972, 18.972 for Ryan Farrell.
So Brady Bill is going to try it again in the number 70B machine. Get your hands off the pork chop sandwich, sir. Sit down.
But I had an apple.
I need security at the tower, please.
First lap time for Bill.
Much better than the first lap.
Yeah. 18.976, 18.976.
That leaves Michael Ostick right now is still on the bump to make the Dick Trickle 99 not have to race his way in.
Second lap time is an 18.651, 18.651. Dan, there's about 5 different drivers who are going to get a chance to requalify because of that mist in the air. So we'll go over those when they come back out.
Next up, the number 45 Windsor Pizza Parlor Savage Roofing Chevy Impala out of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Some guy named Rich Bickle.
He's pretty new to Oktoberfest. I don't think he's ever been here before. And he's retiring. First lap time for Bickle is a 19.134, 19.134. He knows he needs to step it up.
What has he done recently? The inaugural Rich Bickle Invitational winner, Jim Sauder Classic winner, Joe Shear Classic winner, and a 5-time Snowball Derby winner.
The only 5 times. He'll tell you that. Second lap time for Bickle. Justin Mondike comes by for his first lap time of 19.023.
He's driving the number 44 Aqua Finance Toby Car Ford Fusion. It's Gleason's Hot Shoe, Justin Mondike, Agri Industries, A&A Lock Service, Cleaver's Powerhouse, and Metza. What has he done the past 2 years? 2-time State Park Speedway champion, 2-time Golden Sand Speedway champion.
And he just turned an 18.806, 18.806. Here's our, I think this driver made the long distance trip to Oktoberfest this year.
Is this Mr. Colorado?
It is Mr. Colorado himself, Rocky Mountain High. Cody Vanderwall from LaSalle, Colorado.
The number 43 Advanced Dairy Service, Built Right Signs, General Air LaSalle Oil Entry. 20 years old, been racing for 9 years, and he's the most recent CNS Challenge Cup Super Late Model winner. He has 30 races with Jimmy Means Racing with the Xfinity Series last year.
First lap time was a 19.344 for Vanderwall. Here comes the second lap time. He's also got 2 wins in the ARCA West Series, a 19.063.
Got to get him on the radio show. Definitely by the end of the weekend.
Talk to a guy who won't eat an apple.
Tamar Thaler, number 36, 4-time Oktoberfest feature champion. How many Dick Trickles does he have?
He's got 3.
Danny Fredrickson out of Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen. Also a Lacrosse late model driver.
Yes.
Oh, an 18.536.
The first lap.
Ty Majeski, watch out. The track record is an 18.405. Did Fredrickson knock off Majeski?
He is a 4-time winner. This will be his 5th. He won it last year. I forgot to see that in the notes. 18.460.
Oh, just missed it. Majeski's safe for the time being. Hey, this is a very familiar name that has not raced for many, many years. We welcome him back to Oktoberfest. He's been working on other people's cars. Travis Dasso.
Car owner for Casey Johnson that won the championship for the Midwest Tour last year. Protege of Howie Leto. First lap time is an 18.703.
Bill, he just got Casey's name wrong.
Please correct yourself now.
Whose name?
Ultra fast Casey Johnson.
Thank you, Billy Doc Niles, for that insightful knowledge. That's how we roll up in this tower. We got to be precise.
18.501. 18.501 for Travis Dasso. Good lap.
Next up, the number 35, LKN Mechanical Corvette Parts.net Weir's Machine 2021 Chevy. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, this is Carson Quapple.
Quapple has won the Red Series race and Red White Series at WIR. First lap time is an 18.855. He's currently 8 points behind Craig in the Cars Super Late Model Tour.
Jeff Storm, familiar name, on the bubble.
Carson Quapple made a good showing here a couple years ago.
And his tire fell off in turn 1 the first year he was here.
18.589, 18.589.
Next up, it is the number 33, DriveUltra.org, Limitless Graphics and Design Chevy. This is a former Johnny Sauder car out of Lacrosse, always in the hunt, Matt Henderson. Henderson has bought Johnny Sauder's past 2 Super Late models, as a matter of fact.
Yep, and that's what he's going to sound like he'll be focusing on. Is the Super Late Model program, along with there's a new graphics company that he started as well, too. First lap time for Henderson is a 19.171, 19.171.
Jonathan Island is now on the bump. Will he or will he not have to race his way in that 77 machine? Matt Henderson out of turn 4, Kevin.
Second lap time, 18.856, 18.856. That's not enough.
All right, so some of our drivers, folks, we're going to let them re-qualify because when we had the mist and the sunshine on the back straightaway about 10 minutes ago, it did affect some drivers, so they are going to get a chance to come on and qualify. Who's first out, Kevin?
That'll be Dylan Hammond coming back out. His first lap time is an 18.794. It looks like they're going to give them both their laps so they get a double chance on that. Dylan Hammond looking good in 3 and 4. Still needs to get an 18.7. His second lap time, 18.731. 18.731 does not make the top 15. Coming back out for another chance is Jacob Gay. We were wondering why he was slow earlier, and now he's probably got an answer. Let's see if he can pick up the space and what he had last time. As Dan said, he finished second in the national championships for the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Series this year. Here comes Gady by his first lap time will be an 18.784, 18.784.
Now that's a little bit more of a relative time for Jacob Gady. Again, a handful of drivers get to re-qualify since their cars were lightly rained on.
Here comes Gady, second lap time. Let's see if he gets in the show. 18.648, that puts him in at 12th. That bumps Jonathan Island. Austin Neeson's now on the bubble with Mark Eswine coming back out to make his 2 laps.
Do you think, what is his, my favorite flavor is grape. What do you think Mark's is?
Billy Doc, cherry because of the red in this cup.
Billy Doc, what's your favorite flavor of Jolly Good?
Soda.
Orange.
Oh, what? First lap time is 19.078, 19.078 for Eswine. Your cream soda's pretty good too. It's nice that Jolly Good made it come back though. Second lap time for Eswine is a 19.031, 19.031.
Natalie Decker's new Super Late Model team, Derek Lemke. Let's see what he's got. Kevin, you've got some history on Derek. His father's spotting for him this weekend.
Yeah, his father's John Lemke, former ARCO competitor. And it's pretty cool to see a second-generation driver come through And that's one of the things about Oktoberfest is seeing those generations pass on. First lap time for Derek Lemke, the 19.080. He and Natalie actually brought the hauler up from North Carolina, and they had to come through the Virginia Turnpike, and that's a lot of hills. And
left on Tuesday, and you know Natalie did get a consolation trophy for the pep parade.
Yep, it did, yep. Second lap time for Derek Lemke, 18.940. That does not put him in the show. Austin Neeson still in the bubble with 18.669. 669 it needs to be. Here's Chris Wyckoff with You Picked the Color at the Right Time car back out. I wonder how that car is going to shine when the lights are on it tonight, Dan. Photographers must love this car. First lap time for Wyckoff, 18.773. Needs to pick up about 10th or so to make the show. 669 is what it takes to get in. Second lap time for Chris Wyckoff, 18.541. That puts him in the show. That puts him fourth quick on this qualifying chart. Now here's Jason Wyckoff to see if he can put the second Van der Geest Cattle racing car into the field. First lap time is an 18.945, 18.945. Yeah, Brady Bill's on the bubble right now with an 18.651. Let's see if Wyckoff can make the show here. 18.751. Missed it by a 10th of a second.
That means Brady Bill is going to survive, and we have come to the end of Super Late Model Racing, some of the best Super Late Model drivers in the country.
So it looks like the top 15, the 15th qualifier is Brady Bill, 14th Riley Stingham, oh, it's Casey Johnson. I'm sorry, ultra fast Casey Johnson in the 35.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome, Bill. Make that change. Let's see, Jacob Gady is 13th, Travis Sauder 12th, Derek Crosse 11th, Gabe Summers 10th, Brian Syer-Keski is 9th, Brock Heinrich is 8th, Skylar Holshausen is 7th, Carson Quapple is 6th, Luke Fenhouse is 5th, Chris Wyckoff qualified 4th, ultra fast Casey Johnson is 3rd, Dan Fredrickson 2nd, and then with a new track record of 18.405 for the Dick Trickle, for the original Dick Trickle 99, Ty Majeski, your fast qualifier. That will be your top 15. They'll be starting straight up for the first 33 lap segment for tonight's Dick Trickle 99. Looking over the scoring monitor here, it looks like the top 10 broke the old track record, which was 18.698. Actually, Bill, it's not just the top 10. It was the top 16 broke the track record. The top 16 built. Yep, and Austin Neeson, who broke our track record, he was the last one to go with an 18.669, and he just missed getting automatically into the show.
If you need to cross over and turn 4 of the front straightaway, now's the time to do so. If you need to cross over, now's the time to do so. Area Sportsman qualifying.
Things are changing here. We've got 47 Super Late Models qualify in for the Dick Trickle 99, a special event for tonight. No points on the line. ARCA Midwest Tours racing Sunday in the season finale, the Oktoberfest 200. We're giving you some coverage here. Live look-ins on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Check it out now. And at some point this evening, likely after the Area Sportsman Heat races, we're going to be switching over to the subscription. You need to subscribe to watch tonight's Dick Trickle 99 and the other feature races, including the twin 20-lap late model season championship points races for the weekly NASCAR late models here at Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. We're hanging out with you on Facebook. We're hanging out with you on Twitter. Like to see you. Join us on YouTube if that's your favorite place to be. We'd love to have you join us. For the subscription tonight, you get it for the entire weekend. Matter of fact, the entire month. $29.99 at MidwestTour.tv. Matt Votty, hey, how long has it been since Dasso was in a car? Third quick question mark. Good question, Matt. I know we saw you on our coverage here on MidwestTour.tv. Matt's the voice of Madison and Angel Park Speedway. Good question, Matt. I want to say I saw him finish third at the Slinger Nationals about 3 years ago, and I don't know if Travis has been in a competitive race since. That was kind of his last hurrah. His wife also raced a bunch as well. So I'm trying to interact with you here on the Facebook feed, so send us what you're thinking, what you like, what you don't like, what you see. And we are going to continue rolling on here this afternoon. Again, rain kind of shortened things up yesterday. That spilled over the NASCAR Weekly Late Models to tonight. They have a season championship to run for in 20-lap features. This evening's Super Late Model content, and including the area sportsman, the Super Late Model content tonight is the Dick Trickle 99. It's a 3-race series, 33 laps in each segment, totaling up to 99 laps, and will determine the overall champion of the Dick Trickle 99 tonight. For the cars that just qualified, only the top 15 locked in, so we have some last chance races to come up. We also have the Stubby. It's a 25-lap feature for the drivers that did not qualify to race in the Dick Trickle 99. We're not starting 47 supers in that one. So we're going to have a lot of great super late model content tonight. A lot of drivers here, over 12 or 13 I saw on the list that are not racing on Sunday. Right now we're doing area sportsmen qualifying by groups. So these cars are going out, and their fastest laps in this segment of time will determine their starting lineup for tonight's main events. Semi-features, qualifying races, and the feature event. So the area sportsmen are on the track now. They're doing a timed qualifying session in groups. So we'll turn it back over to our track PA guys. You hear them talking about all things that are delicious. They love their food here. You should join us here. It's awesome. It is Oktoberfest weekend. Billy Doc Miles, Dan Diker, and Kevin Ramsell are on the PA system. And this is area sportsmen. So this is guys that are racing in classes throughout the Midwest. They can run here together as one class, one group of sportsman cars, now doing a group qualifying session. We'll turn things back over.
74, Steve Blair. Steve Blair with the Mid-American Stock Car Series. Conrad Jorgensen down below in the 3, king of the Pink Flamingo. 99 is Dale Leakes Jr. He's got the green car. There's your first field. Top 16 make the show. Everybody else races their way in. Billy Doc Niles, we've got some very familiar names that are qualifying right now.
Yeah, lots of familiar names to Lacrosse and tracks around the Midwest. Conrad Jorgensen, multi-time Elko and Race Bay Park track champion out there. Johnny Robinson in that green 99 out of the Rockford area. You got a lot of mixture of cars from different tracks around here. That's what makes Oktoberfest so much fun. Jorgensen currently on top of the charts with a 21.067. That's what they're going to be shooting to beat. 21.067 for Jorgensen. Again, it looks like we're going to have at least 3, maybe 4 groups qualifying here for our area sportsmen. Top 16 qualify into the big main event later tonight. The rest will have to come through last chance races. Give each group here about 4 to 5 minutes to turn their best lap. Then we'll bring another group onto the track. '74 Steve Blair will come around. He'll take the white flag, as will the rest of the crowd. first group will take the checkered flag. And Ron Vandermeer will sit on top of the board after that first group.
Ron Vandermeer Jr. is about to become the 3-time Midwest Mid-American Stock Car Series champion. He is going to, is it 4-time? 4 times for Ron Vandermeer Jr. Unstoppable at any track this guy runs. And, of course, they're going to do battle on Saturday. There's some of the Brickner Racing Team Pet Parade entourage. They had kitties entered today. And it said on the sign all their lives were being used up. And they got a trophy for it.
They look calm, though.
That means Jerry Brickner only has 1 life left in that truck.
Yeah, I'm more worried about that dog that had to ride around that little robot thing as a
That was
Grim Reaper.
Jason Bolster's entry. That was pretty cool.
That was fun. You always had to come out early for the pet costume parade. That is a must-see event every year.
All right, so our second group of various sportsmen getting ready to qualify. Dylan Sellner's down the 07. The 9 is Adam Wybush out of Jordan, Minnesota. Ed Ross in the 18. Green 66 is Andrew Cassavant. 01, the Lacrosse Speedway Rookie of the Year, Dexter Moline. The 65 is Portage's Riley Zilmer. Andrew Meyerhofer, also from the Mid-American Stock Car Series, is out in the 14. Jamie Dubber in the Racing for Jason, 24. Lacrosse Speedway Sportsman Champion Sam Niles in the 28. Well, that's the other patriotic car. That is Tim Scroggum. Scroggum out of Rolling Hills, and Mark Shelley in a 13 car. They are green, and what a different mixture of cars you got out here now, Billy. A lot of different tracks being represented.
Yeah, it's like we said in the first group. You got drivers from all over, from Rockford to Elko, and every track in between. And you know, even a couple of Iowa cars. So like we said, this is what makes Oktoberfest so great. You can get a bunch of cars that are pretty close in rules, put them on the big 5/8 mile and turn them loose, and you come out with some great racing every year. You remember that feature we had last year? Sam Niles had a big lead, only to have a distributor break on him with 4 laps to go. Then the 23 of Gilster had the lead on the last lap and ran out of gas. So this is always an exciting finish to a great feature here every year on Friday night at Oktoberfest. Dylan Sellner just nipping at the heels of Vandermeer Jr. Vandermeer Jr. turned, and there he goes, right to the top of the board. Sellner will be at the top of the board with this group. Just about another minute left in this. Then we will turn the third group loose. Sellner at a 21.055. He will be your current leader. As the white flag comes out, we'll give this group one more lap. So as this second group comes off the track, Dylan Sellner will drive off as the current fast qualifier at a 21.055, just barely clipping Ron Vandermeer Jr. at a 21.067.
A lot of faster than the speeding bullets going to be handed out here during our pre-race ceremonies here in about 15 minutes. Great time to hop on the cell phone and text your friends and campmates. Hey, racing's going on here at 5:30. And it looks as though the mighty rain showers are gone. So Bill Schott is driving in Ed Ross's number 18 pickup truck. We just got note that that's Bill Schott. That's in Ed Ross's number 18 that just came out. It's like our final batch of area sportsman drivers left to qualify look like this. 54, Destiny Bullard out of Marquette, Michigan. The 39 is Henry Vian out of Sparta, Wisconsin. The 4, Nathan Borchard out of Prior Lake, Minnesota. The number 2 is Brian Warner from Grand Marsh, Wisconsin. 75, Justin Bird. The 55, Jack Larson in the 55. And the 18 is Tim Stewart out of Griffith, Indiana. And a handful of area sportsmen left to qualify. Billy Doc Niles. Now who can climb to the leaderboard tops?
It's always fun to watch, and I've seen some fast cars that'll be in that last group. They're all looking to top Dylan Sellner's 21.055. We're going to turn this third group loose and see what they can do with it. Pretty old track record in this class of 20.836 set by Brian Bach way back in 2006. Sellner only 0.2 off that. Bullard getting a little high out of turn 4. He saves it. He'll continue on. So we're getting close to wrapping up group number 3, and we'll bring it on group number 4 for our area sportsmen. Remember, top 16 automatically make it to the big main event tonight for this group. The rest of them will come in through qualifying races and last chance races. We put a wrap on group number 3 here. Nobody able to crack the top 10. So Sellner is still safe on top at a 21.065.
All right, these are some hot shoes when it comes to sportsman racing, believe you me. Look at the names we got coming out here now. Final area sportsman Jack Lichheim in the 99. The 7 of Jim Cormack. The number 6, the Daytominator, Jason Toma. 2021 track champion Sam Niles in the 28. Former champion Randy Humfeld in the 6. Dale Akins Jr. in the 99. Travis Gordon in the 34. Here we go one more time, Billy.
Yeah, they're looking to beat Dylan Sellner's 21-0-0-5-5. 21-0-5-5. We're getting close to that track record too, Dan. That 20.836 set back in 2006 by Brian Bott. So let's see how this group does here. Jason Toma and Sam Niles breaking into the top 16 already. Right to the top, Randy Humfeld. A 28.88, just missing the track record.
Hey, Bill, one thing we should probably clarify is that, because we have a lot of local fans here that watch the Crosse Sportsman division, you guys have a breakout rule, but for this division night, this is area sportsman, there is no breakout rule.
There's no breakout rule tonight. They are free reign tonight. Humfeld again just misses the track record at an 8.42. He's chipping away at it. Pretty fast group right here. Humfeld to the top of the board. Titus Helgestad up to 9th. Lipsheim to 13th. Sam Niles to 14th. Very fast group here. Titus Helgestad holding fast in the top 10. Going to give this group just a couple of more laps. And then we will wrap up qualifying. Randy Humfeld just missing that track record by 6 thousandths of a second. Three cars left as Sam Niles will pack it in. He's happy with his speed. Titus Helgestad moving up to 9th now. One more time around for these guys. And we will wrap up qualifying. Once again, the top 16 automatically make it into the main event for the area sportsman. Cormac will cross the line, Gordon will cross the line, and that will close out qualifying for our area sportsman. Here are your top 16 unofficially right now, pending a quick little check at the scales. 16th is Mark Chalet in the 13 car, Andrew Meyerhofer 15th in the 14 car. Sam Niles, 2021 Lacrosse Sportsman Champion, 14th, Jack Lipschein, 13th in the 99 car. Joey Pont, right, yeah, that's how they call it. He's in 12th. We got another 99. You got Jack Lipschein on here twice. These guys got to get this right, but the other 99 is in the 11th spot. Top 10 is Adam Wiebusch and Titus Helgestad at 10th and 9th. Steve Blair in the 74 cracks 8th. Conrad Jorgensen is 7th. Oh, wow. Help me with that one, Diker. Jake in the 29 car. He's in 6th.
That's Schroffnagel.
Yep. Timmy Stewart. He'll crack the top 5. Jason Toma in 4th. Conrad Jorg. That's not Conrad. That's
Ron Vandermeer Jr.
Jr. Yep. He's in 3rd. Dylan Sellner is 2nd and just missing the track record. Your fast qualifier, Randy Humfeld with a 28.42, just misses it by 6 thousandths of a second.
All right, so got a couple of good news right here for the area sportsmen. Lawn Keepers has kicked in an additional $1,000 of bonus money, and that's going to be the top 12 getting the bonus money. We're going to have a hard luck competitor getting bonus money and highest lacrosse points.
All right. Nice job, Tim. Thank
15,
you.
yeah. 15 spots an extra $1,000 from the lawn keepers for the area sportsmen. And the top 5 in the Noodleman Grain Cleaning Fest champion with the Lacrosse late models. Another $1,000 kicked in there, Billy Doc Niles. So a lot of cash is on the line. Lacrosse late models tonight, of course, we're going to have our 2021 champion. We're going to have our Noodleman Grain Cleaning Fest champion. And we've got our Chase champion. If you want to go over who's still in and exactly how this is going to work tonight.
All right, so for the Lacrosse Chase Championship, we have 8 drivers left. We were going to take and eliminate a couple drivers last night. Now we're just going to eliminate a lot more in that first feature tonight. Still eligible to be the Chase champion include Nick Murgic in the 12 car, Steve Bachman in the 14, Jeremy Wagner in the 18, Nick Clements in the 8, Justin Mulliken still in there in the 51 car, Mike Carlson in the 50, Ken Donay in the 25, and Carter Christensen in the 02. They're all going for that really cool Chase Championship trophy. And, of course, like Dan mentioned, thanks to Kevin Noodleman, Noodleman Grain Service, we'll be crowning the Oktoberfest Festmaster, now down to 2 features after 2 got washed out last night. And, of course, Nick Murgic holding on to about a little bit more than 92 points after qualifying this afternoon. Nick Murgic trying to wrap up his second straight Lacrosse late model championship. I'm going to give you a chance here to get to the concession stand, get to the restroom. We're going to be going green flag here in about 20, 25 minutes. Get our on-track ceremonies. You can see the faster than a speeding bullet sitting down there for our 3 fast qualifiers for the evening. Dan's going to be going down and talking to them. And Kevin, for the people just walking in right now, talk about how the qualifying works for the Dick Trickle 99 for this evening. The original Dick Trickle 99.
Dick Trickle 99. And you know what the cool thing is that we had the top 16 qualified under the track record, which was previously set by Dan Fredrickson. And the top 16 qualified, only the top 15 are locked in.
Breaking news, breaking news, Kevin Ramsel.
Yes.
One of our longtime sportsman competitors is in the house tonight. Doesn't want to talk on the mic, but he's just put up an additional $99 for the feature race winner for the area sportsman. Now, why is it the number 99? Remember back in the day, if you look down in turn 4, you saw the group called the Caniacs?
Oh, no.
Brent the Freight Train Kane has put up $99 for the area sportsman winner tonight.
Does he need change for that 100?
He prints his own. What are you talking about?
I have more breaking news written down on this piece of paper right here. First of all, happy 5th anniversary to Brent Kane and Susie Kane. They got married on the street in front of Cromie's 5 years ago. You know, it's been the best 5 years of his life. He's given this $100. There he is right there. He's peeking his head in.
99.
And there's a PS here, folks. Brent Kane will be back at Oktoberfest in 2022.
Oh, man.
Get your tickets now.
I will never, the 2 years, the biggest wrecks we've had out here, Brent Kane and Rick Schermerhorn turn 4 where I thought the styrofoam was snow.
It was snowing in turn 4.
And then the next year, Randy Humfeld gets hit. He drives his car sideways down the back straight wall. Kane doesn't win. The other competitor doesn't win. Here comes Humfeld sneaking in the win out of turn 4.
Those will have to be like in your top 10, oh, here we go moments.
The vocal cords were hurting after those two, I tell you what.
All right,
yeah, I might tell you, that was a staple of Fest when it first got here, was the Caniacs, dressed in orange and black down in turn 4.
And they will return next year, so that's great breaking news. We'll get back to what Kevin was talking about here in just a second. First of all, happy birthday, Tyler Stuber, on October 14th from the Schulze and Wisleys. Now, Kevin, back to what we were talking about. How does one qualify for the original Dick Trickle 99 tonight?
Well, we were talking about that the top 16 broke the track record, but only the top 15 are automatically locked in. Then they're going to have 10-lap last chance races to get in for those races tonight. Here's the interesting thing is that the top 15 will start straight up. And listen to this, Doc.
I'm listening.
Your front row for the Trickle 99, the original Dick Trickle 99. The reason why, because Dick gave his personal blessing to have this race named after him.
He even raced in the first two.
Yes, he did. Your front row is Ty Majeski and Dan Fredrickson.
That's a murderer's row. There's only going to be one pass for the lead.
That's why you want. That's your best chance to get your lowest points possible, because whoever wins that could start anywhere from 11th to 16th in the second segment, because of the invert of 10 plus whatever they draw down, the winner draws down there.
Yeah, so you remember when they first started this, they completely inverted the field the first couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, can you see somebody like Fredrickson or Majeski starting 24th and trying to shred that field in 33 laps?
Yep. And that's where you're going to see the big point shuffle happen in the second and third segments. In the third segment, they'll take they'll take everybody with their number of points they have after two segments, and then they will do another invert and another draw. So that third race is going to be it. And then also where you finish, that could determine if there is a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we've had that happen before, where there's a tie and the highest finish in that third one gets the championship. So it is imperative to get every spot you can in each race.
Now, with everybody who has a smartphone here, you can log on to the website scoring.racing. And the only event on there right now is the Oktoberfest Friday night. They will have the updated points as we go through each segment, so you can keep track of your favorite driver as they go through the night.
No more going to the beer stand and getting a scorecard. It'll be right there on your smartphone.
And for you, those people who have a flip phone, please look next to the person who has a smartphone.
Hey, we got to wish happy birthday to Bird. Hope you have a great weekend here. And to our friend Chuck, have a safe flight home. This was not signed, so I assume you all know who you're talking about.
Why is he leaving?
Are you Bird? You're not Chuck. Oh, okay. Okay, there he is. All right. Oh, there he is.
He's
have
hiding.
A safe flight home.
When is he leaving?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Monday. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Monday.
So,
okay.
I was afraid he was going to leave tonight.
Yeah, he's probably 2 hours late for his flight.
That's good. Lots of unique souvenirs this year at the throughout the fest stands. If you're a Dick Trickle fan, and you make sure you check out the Dick Trickle Memorial Project. They have another great fundraiser this year. Another awesome toolbox to give away.
And how about that cool T-shirt they got for sale this week?
Oh yeah, go down and see DJ Speed Zone right on the corner there at right outside the gate there. They got the Trickle Happy Hour T-shirt.
Every beer company he was ever sponsored by on a T-shirt. That is amazing.
It's a Trickle T-shirt with the Pabst car on it, the Coors Light car on it, and the Miller High Life car. And then there's also a limited edition Richie Bickle T-shirt featuring his two cars that he won the Joe Scheer Classic with, and also the Jim Sauder Classic. I know he wants to put Oktoberfest on there as well.
You know, Rich Bickle did something last week that I don't think any other driver has, and that's win a race that was named after him. When's the last time you've seen something like that happen?
Yeah, that was a nice invitational race that Brad J.J. Miller put together for a National Short Track Championships on Saturday night. Invitational race, 16 drivers, and from what I heard, it was a very outstanding race. And so even some drivers who have not driven in a long time, like Al Schill and Tony Strupp, got behind the wheel.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard they had a lot of fun. I know Bickle had fun because he actually won one of them. You know, you got to talk about Austin Neeson. What a great weekend he had last weekend. He was in the winner's circle all 3 nights last weekend.
Yes, he was. An awesome weekend for him. Hey, we should also mention, too, if you weren't here last year at Oktoberfest because of that COVID thing that they had, we also have a new 50-50 raffle board. So if you're coming back for Oktoberfest after a little year break, or if this is your annual visit, you want to know what's happening with the 50-50 raffle that the Ag Society does every year. Right there is that tote board. That'll be updated throughout the night.
You know, and it's the nice thing about that is once they installed that tote board, I don't think we had a pot last year under 3,200 all 4 days.
No, that paid off itself that weekend because the pot kept going higher and higher, and some people went home with some really nice checks last year.
Just to give you all a hint for those who were not here last year, Saturday night's tote board went up over $6,600. So somebody's going to walk out with, half a house payment here.
Half the rent in some towns.
Half the rent, yeah.
For that. So getting the drivers lined up, and you can see it down the front stretch there, the faster than speeding bullet prizes. That's those are handmade every year, aren't they, Bill?
They are handmade every year. They get sent out and get lettered and look as good as I won one of the first bullets back in 1994 here at Lacrosse. Mine's a little different than theirs because mine's so top heavy. I can't really keep it on a stand. I got to have it, kind of braced so it doesn't fall over. But these are some sharp looking bullets. If you ever get a chance, check out one of our fast qualifiers and see how beautiful these things are.
It's Greg Oliver's dad who makes the bullets, and then he gives them to Drew for
Drew
Epic
Private,
Media, and
yep.
then Drew letters them up and brings them to the track.
Hey, there's something I'm very happy to see we haven't seen since Wednesday afternoon.
Blue skies.
Blue skies. The sun is coming. We are going to be racing tonight, folks. You heard him, didn't you?
Yeah, I was thinking about it too, but
Got to thank our folks from A1 Mobile Storage Service for being the sponsor of this evening's races. Thank you for being here tonight.
Looking at the some of the stats of past winners of the original Dick Trickle 99, we've had 9 different winners of the Dick Trickle 99. 6 of them are in the show tonight, or are qualified to be in the show tonight.
Qualified to be in the show, and a couple more on the outside looking in, but it won't take much for them to get in.
Yeah, we got Nick Mergic, Danny Fredrickson, who's a 4-time winner, won it last year for his 4th win. Johnny Sauder, Skylar Holzhausen, Chris Wyckoff, and Ty Majeski. And then the ones who also won it that are not here, Eric Darnell. That was a surprise when he won that. I think it surprised himself too. Neil Knoblauch, Nate Hosley, and Steve Holzhausen won the very first one. And then I remember Trickle being in that race.
Trickle being in, yeah. That made Holzhausen weekend right there. Was on the stage with Trickle getting that brick of cheese.
Yep. And so it's neat that we can salute him. We're going to send it down to Dan Diker. Dan, you ready? Let's open up this race.
These are some of the coolest trophies that Doug Oliver and then Drew Krybick could put together. There's a lot of trophies we're going to give out here during the Oktoberfest race weekend, but these are so coveted for some of these drivers. They can't wait to get a hold of these, especially this guy we're going to bring out. Just missed the track record in the area sportsman with a 28.42. How about ever Randy Humfeld? Randy, a former track champion, dabbled in the late models for a couple years, and my friend, you got one of those yet?
Yeah, I have a few other ones. I think I have 4 other ones. This is 5.
All right, well, just give that to some of the audience, right? Tell you, it's really neat to see you back in a sportsman car again. You were out here that used to dominate. I remember one night years ago, or 1 years ago, you'd qualified fastest 13 nights in a row. There's a guy to come out here to dominate in a sportsman. It had to be you.
Yeah, that's a fun car to drive. When we built that in 2011, it's been just lightning ever since. I got a couple championships in it. Nick's got a couple in it, and that RPM chassis, that's the best car out here. And the Tomcat under the hood is pretty good. We had to put the backup engine in after Milwaukee when we blew it up, but we're good.
Alrighty, how about a race fans, Randy Humfeld? All right, last night we did get Lacrosse sportsmen qualifying in before Mother Nature put a damper on things. And this has been one of the first times that we were going to be giving this to a modified driver. Last night's fast timer for the Lacrosse Lawnkeeper sportsman. How about our modified driver, Dave Swanson? Now, I was just talking about how coveted these trophies are a couple of moments ago. Dave hit me up on Facebook today. Said, hey, do I get to come down and get my faster than a speeding bullet? And I said, yes, you do. He said, tell you what, he goes, I don't want the cash. I just want the trophy. My friend, here you go. Boy, that's a good one for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. This means a lot. We enjoy coming up here running with the sportsman guys. We have a lot of fun when we come up here running. We've run about 4 times this year with them. And every time they're good, clean drivers, and a lot of fun to run here.
Well, too bad we couldn't get you in last night, but you're just going to sit back and enjoy Fest with a Bullet now.
Yes, we are. Yeah, I was really looking forward to racing last night, but yeah, rain won out.
How about LA race fans? His first ever Bullet, Dave Swanson. All right, let's go into our Lacrosse late models. They've got 220 lappers. This guy here, I know he wants one of these, but he wants what could be coming at the end of the night, and that is a second straight track championship. Your quick timer with a 19.549. How about over Nick Mergic? That's almost as tall as you. Nick, congratulations. I know you were. He points at Ty. That's not fair. Yeah, but Ty goes, I got more than you those than you do, though. Hey, congratulations, Nick. I know this is a big weekend for you. You were really upset we couldn't race last night, but with the weekend you've got coming up here, doesn't matter.
No, it's unfortunate. I really like to, if we're going to be here, you might as well race and put on a show for the fans. I'm really happy with today's qualifying effort in the limited late model. It's good to get another bullet here. Got a couple from the super late years in the past. Unfortunately, that one didn't run quite as good as I needed it to, but it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can put on a good show in both divisions, and if I can stay at a treble, wrap up another championship and see what next year brings.
All righty, how about over Nick Murgic? This next guy now owns 4 track records here at the Lacrosse Speedway. We thought he had all of them, but this one he's never had. In the Dick Trickle 99 with a blistering 18.405. How about over Seymour's time, Majeski? Now, I'm not going to put it in the ground since he already mocked you. I'll give it to you sideways, my friend. Ty, how you been?
Doing well. Good to be back here. One of my favorite racetracks. I don't get to come here too often anymore, but when I do, definitely enjoy it.
Tell you what, we were just talking. I knew some of the track records you had, but it's pretty neat now that you own the Dick Trickle 99 track record. That's got to sit up on top for you.
Well, this race always brings some of the best race car drivers out from the Midwest and in the country as well. So really excited to be here. This is usually a race we qualify pretty good for, but we haven't raced well actually the last 3 years in this race. So we're trying something a little bit different. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better for this evening. And this is my favorite race of the year, so hopefully it'll be a great show for everybody.
How about the front row? Since this is one of your favorites, you got a guy that's won it before you and Dan Frederickson front row for segment 1.
It's going to be a show. Me and Danny always race really hard, so should be a good one. I just appreciate everybody sticking out the subpar weather all day. It looks like it'll be a beautiful evening. It'll be a great show tonight.
Another track record for Seymour, Wisconsin's Ty Majeski. All righty, the race cars are revving up already. We want to get this show underway pretty quick, but we've got a couple other pieces of business to get to. Before we start any race program here at the Lacrosse Speedway, doesn't matter what night it is, we'd like to have a couple of fantastic words with a former stock car driver. He's been our track pastor for many, many years. We would like to welcome track pastor Andy.
Let's stand, shall we? And fellas, remove your hats as we ask God's blessing on the weekend. Lord, we do appreciate an opportunity to participate in this racing program, and we thank you for all these fans that have come out and cheer these guys on, and we thank you for all the drivers and the crews that have worked so hard to get their cars ready for this weekend, and we're looking forward to great things. But Lord, we really would appreciate you holding off the reins so we can put on the program, and that you'd be with each one of those drivers to give them the wisdom that they need to be able to put on a good race and to have some fun. But Lord, we want your safety on them, and I pray you would watch over them and that you would be glorified by their actions and attitude tonight. Thank you for what you did for us on the cross, and we pray, Lord, that we might live, that we might be honoring to you. And we'll thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Drivers and teams in the pits, race fans from turn 4 to turn 1, we would ask you to please rise and remove your baseball caps as we want to represent and cherish one of the greatest countries you can imagine, the United States. Joining us tonight on Oktoberfest night number 2 for the national anthem, Anna Wilsey and hobby stock Hornet driver Tyler Stuber.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This guy does other thing than drive hobby stocks. How about our Tyler Stuber and Anna Wilsey, ladies and gentlemen? Billy Doug Niles. Hold on.
Damn, I can't get it.
Costume
malfunction.
Technical difficulties on the mid-pack legend.
Welcome on behalf of the McCarns and Deary families. Welcome to the 52nd annual Oktoberfest race weekend. By his decree, the mayor of Boone's Farming, the Honorable Todd Wilson, has declared this weekend open for business. Where you at, Wilson? There he is over there. We got the original Dick Trickle 99 tonight. The only race Dick Trickle gave his blessing to. We got the Lacrosse late models. We'll be crowning a track champion, a chase champion, and a Noodleman Green Services Mr. Oktoberfest. We got the area sportsmen. We have all kinds of racing for you tonight. Get up and get your 50-50 tickets. We'll be talking about that a lot as the night goes on. 2 spots on either end of the track. You see the tote board right there. We're going to make that thing into some big 4-digit numbers tonight. You guys can do it. I know you can. Now, to get you all set, the 2 guys who will be calling the racing action this weekend. On color, his 4th year here at the Lacrosse Oktoberfest race weekend. He is the PR director of the Midwest Tour from Stoughton, Wisconsin, Mr. Kevin Ramsell. And your lead announcer for the weekend. 15 years calling racing here in the Cooley region. 15th year at Oktoberfest. Give it up for the voice of the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway, Mr. Dan Diker.
Thank you very much, Billy Doc Noddles. We are ready to go on night number 2. Washed out the first one. That's all right, because the stage is set. Area sportsmen, Lacrosse late models. Champion going to be crowned the Dick Trickle 99.
A lot of racing coming your way.